Hello friends, myself Mr. Nimesh G. Gandhi, working as an assistant professor in Mechanical Engineering Department at Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Today we are going to discuss about general heat conduction equation in cylindrical coordinates. We are going to discuss about general heat conduction equation in cylindrical coordinates. If we are consider cylindrical coordinates, so normally we are consider r, phi and z. Now you can see here one cylinder is there. Okay, inside that cylinder we are just consider small element of that cylinder will be considered. You can see here. Now that small element is I am going to enlarge here. This will be considered large element. We are just consider small element that will be enlarging here. Okay, now you can see here. First of all, I am just giving the first. This is a dr, thickness of the cylinder in radial direction. Dz is the height of the cylinder in axial direction, and r d phi, it's your width in the width of the cylinder in tangential direction. Over. Now why we should write r d phi? So in this direction the radius is considered, or we can say that perimeter of that cylinder will be considered, and perimeter of the cylinder will be considered r into d phi. Over. Now I am going to discuss about what is QR, what is QR plus DR, what is QZ, QZ plus DZ, what is Q5 and Q5 plus D5. So first of all we are just consider what is QR. QR means rate of heat flow in radial direction, and QR plus DR means rate of heat flow out of the radial direction from the element. Why we should write r plus dr? So in radial direction thickness is dr, so we can write qr plus dr. Now what is q5? So heat flowing into element in tangential direction, and q5 plus d5, it means heat flowing out of the element in tangential direction, q5 plus d5. Why we should write 5 plus d5? So in the tangential direction thickness of the element will be d5, so we should write q5 plus d5. Then after, what is qz? So qz means rate of heat flowing into element in axial direction, and qz plus dz, it means heat flowing out of the element qz plus dz. Why we should write z plus dz? So in that axial direction thickness of that element is dz, so we should write z plus dz. Over. Now first of all we are just consider that cylindrical element. So in this cylindrical element we are just energy balance for this element. So how it will be considered? So we are just consider first energy balance equation for cylindrical element. So how to consider energy balance first? So first of all we are just consider first net heat stored in the element due to conduction from all the direction considered. First of all, net heat stored in the element due to conduction will be considered. So all direction, it means what? Radial direction, tangential direction, as well as axial direction. Heat in and heat out will be considered, that is due to conduction. It will be considered here. Plus some amount of heat is generated within the element will be considered. So it will be considered heat generated within the element. is equal to how much amount of energy stored in the element. We can say that by the thermal energy. So is equal to energy stored in the element by thermal energy. So this equation is divided, energy balance equation is divided in three parts. We should write first A part, this will be your net heat generated within the element due to conduction. B part is heat generated within the element is equal to energy stored in the element by the thermal energy. So we can write A plus B is equal to C. Now first of all we are going to derive the equation for the net heat stored in the element due to conduction from the all the direction. So first of all we are just consider A part, then after we are going to consider B part, and then after we are just going to consider the C part. So first of all we are consider A part. So for the A part, net heat stored in the element due to conduction. Okay, now all direction will be considered. So it means radial direction, tangential direction and axial direction will be considered. So first of all we are going to consider the radial direction. So we are just consider heat flowing into the element in radial direction at time interval d tau. Okay, now we have just considered the heat due to conduction will be considered. So according to Fourier law of conduction, energy in will be considered. So you should consider energy in, that will be your QR in radial direction. So we should consider QR. So QR. Okay, but in the form of the time interval it will be considered. So I should write Q dash R is equal to, we can say that QR into d tau. That is indicated rate of heat flowing into element in radial direction per unit time. Okay, so Q dash R is equal to, according to Fourier law of conduction, we should write minus Ka del T by del X normally we are considered, but here the radial direction thickness is dr is there, so we should write del T by del R. That is the Fourier law of conduction. Now we are just consider the area of element in radial direction. So if you are consider radial direction, so heat flow in radial direction, it will be considered, this phase will be considered. We are just consider, if you are, I am just giving the name A, B, C, D. So heat flowing from that space A, B, C, D in radial direction, it will be QR is there. So how it will be considered, area of that element will be considered. So there we are just consider height will be considered. Our height is what? DZ is there. So we are just consider DZ, and that thickness width will be considered. So it will be your R into D5. So we should write area is equal to R D5 into DZ. So we should put here area. So QR dash is equal to minus K, area is R d5 dz del T by del R. Okay, heat flowing into element in radial direction at time interval del tau. So it will be energy in will be considered. Similar way, just energy out will be considered. So energy out, if you are consider, name will be given by, if you are consider E, F, G, H. So energy out from the phase E, F, G, H will be in radial direction Q, R plus dr. So we should write energy out, or we can write heat flowing out of the element, which is indicated by Q, R plus dr, and same time interval will be considered. So time interval is d tau. over. So now first of all we are going to expand this equation QR plus dr. So according to Taylor expansion we are just expanding, so it will be expand. So how it will be considered? So is equal to QR plus del QR divided by del r into dr, plus higher term will be considered, but we are neglecting that higher term. So that equation will be considered. That is your energy out equation in radial direction, and that is your energy in equation in radial direction. So now heat balance will be considered in radial direction. So how we should consider? So we just consider heat flow, net heat flow in radial direction, which is considered energy in minus energy out. Unit time is del tau. So we should write del q dqr dash is equal to qr energy in minus energy out qr plus dr over. So now what is qr is as it is minus what is qr plus dr. So you can see here qr plus del qr divided by del r into dr. We should write here. So we just write qr plus del qr del r into dr. We are neglecting higher term. Just separate out this bracket, so it becomes qr minus del qr del r into dr. So that qr will be cancel out. So remaining will be is equal to minus del qr divided by del r into dr. So that is your net heat flow in radial direction. Now we just write the value of the QR here. What is QR? So already we write that QR is equal to minus kr d5 dz del t by del r. So we should put here. So is equal to minus del by del r as it is. QR means minus k r d5 dz into del t by del r into dr over. Now that minus it will be plus. So is equal to, we should write okay, del by del r, we are just taking constant term outside will be considered. So we are just taking that k is constant term, r is not constant term because differentiate with respect to r is there. So d5 is constant term and dz is constant term. So we just take outside will be considered, outside the bracket will be considered. So we are just consider k outside the bracket, d5 is considered and dz is considered. Then remaining will be what? Okay, remaining will be del by del r. So inside the bracket is r into del t by del r into dr over. Now in this equation, according to maths, we can say that u and v relationship will be considered. Okay, so differentiation with respect to r will be considered and rules will be considered u into v. So is equal to, we can say that first we are just consider as it is k, we are just dr taking this side, so it becomes a dr, d5 and dz as it is. Now differentiation with respect to r will be considered. So first of all we are just consider r as it is. Now differentiation of that dt by dr with respect to r, so it will be a del square t by del r square plus del t by del r as it is, v is as it is, and differentiation of r is 1. So that is your equation, u into v relationship we are using. Okay. Now in this equation we need the volume of the element. We require here volume of the element. So we can first write down here the volume of the element is what. So we are just writing out here, okay, volume of the element is equal to, what will be the volume of the element? So each direction will be considered volume, direction thickness will be considered. So you are just consider dr is there, In radial direction dr is there. If I consider tangential direction, so r into d phi is there, so multiply r d phi. And z direction will be considered, or we can say that axial direction will be considered dz, so multiply with the dz. So what will be our volume? Volume is equal to dr r d phi dz. Over. So now we are required, the volume is required, so here r is not present. So if we are taking r is common from this equation, we are taking the r is common from this equation, so it becomes a volume here. So we are just taking r common, so k dr, r common, so d5 dz. Inside the bracket we are just taking r common, so it will be del square t by del r square, plus here r is not present, we are just divided with the r, 1 upon r del t by del r, because we are taking r common, so here just divided with the 1 upon r. That is your equation for the radial direction equation. Net heat flow in radial direction. Now we are going to discuss about of tangential direction. So similarly, tangential direction, heat flowing into the element will be considered, and heat flowing out of the element will be considered. Same time interval delta will be considered. So first of all, now we are going to consider for the now tangential direction. For the tangential direction, we are just consider heat flowing into the element in tangential direction, and same time interval del tau will be considered. Over. So same time interval del tau will be considered for that. Now heat flowing into element in tangential direction we are just consider. So you can see here in tangential direction first. Okay, in tangential direction we are just consider the Q5 energy in and Q5 plus D5 energy out will be considered. So in will be considered, so Q5 will be considered, so it will be considered Q5 is equal to, according to Fourier law of conduction, we should write minus Ka del T by, now what will be the radius in tangential direction? So tangential direction radius will be, we are just consider thickness will be considered r d5. So we should write here del T by r d del phi over, and time interval is d tau. Similarly we are just consider here radial direction d tau will be considered. Radial direction d tau will be considered, and if you consider d tau here, so we are just consider here d tau, same we are just common d tau del tau, and d tau will be considered. Over in tangential direction heat flow. Similarly now heat flowing out of the element in tangential direction, same time interval del tau will be considered. So similar way, just out will be considered tangential direction, it will be Q5 plus D5. So we should consider here Q5 plus D5 is equal to, according to Taylor expansion, it will be expand, so we can just expanding it will be, so Q5 plus del by Q5 divided by, below side will be del 5 into, now thickness is r del 5 is there, so we should consider r del 5 r d 5 plus higher term we are just going to neglecting. Over. Now similar way, according to same way, we are just going to energy balance in radial direction. Similarly we are just energy balance in tangential direction will be considered. So similarly energy balance will be considered, so we are just consider net, or we can say that heat flow in tangential direction. Heat flow in tangential direction, same time interval del tau will be considered. So how it will consider? Energy in minus energy out will be considered. So that is our energy in is there and that is our energy out is there. So Q5 minus Q5 plus D5. So we should write del Q5 dQ5 is equal to Q5 plus Q5 plus D5 over now is equal to Q5 as it is plus according to Taylor expansion we are just expanding already I told you. Okay, so we should write this equation here. So it will be right inside the bracket we are just consider. Now energy balance is there. So we are just consider here minus. Sorry, here we are just consider minus energy in minus energy out. So it will be considered Q5 plus del Q5 divided by R del 5 into R D5. We are neglecting item. That bracket is separate out, so that Q5 and Q5 will be cancelled out. This minus sign, so here it becomes a minus. So minus del Q5 divided by R del 5 into R D5. Now we just put the value of the Q5. So what is Q5? So Q5 is equal to minus Ka del D by R D5 into del tau. We just put here. So is equal to minus del R del 5 as it is. So inside the bracket the value of the Q5 is minus Ka del T by R del 5 d tau into R d5. Now we just consider what is the area in tangential direction. So tangential direction area will be considered. So what will be our tangential direction? So heat from the tangential direction will be considered. So at the time you just consider which face will be considered. So we just consider BCGF. This face will be considered BCFGF. So at the time what will be your area? So your area is equal to, we are just consider height and that length will be considered. So dr into dz. So area is equal to dr into dz. Or so is equal to, we just write area, we just put here. So minus del by r del 5 inside the bracket minus k area dr dz del t by r del 5 d tau r d5 over. Now that minus minus sign it will be plus over. Then after common term we are just taking the outside. We are just considered a constant term. We are just taking the outside. So with what will be our constant term will be considered here. So first of all this equation will be differentiated with respect to fi is there. Okay, so we are just considered dr is common. Dr will be considered outside constant term, dz is constant term, this r is also constant term. We are just considered delta is also constant term. So we are just take outside will be considered. So outside will be considered k as it is. Then after we are just consider dr dz over d tau. So inside the bracket will be del by r del 5. Then after 1 upon r del t by del 5 into remaining outside r d 5 over. So now we are just taking this from here, that r and r it will be cancel out. So we are just consider inside will be your k dr, this r and this r will be cancel out. So dr d5 dz d5 we take this side. So d5 del tau. So inside the bracket del by del 5 1 upon r del t by del 5 over. Similar way we just required here volume. Okay, so how it will be considered? So what will be our volume? So our volume is dr r d5 dz. So we required here dr r d5 dz. R is not present here, so we are just multiply and divide with the r. Multiply and divide with the r will be considered. So we are just consider r by r, multiply and divide. K dr d5 dz d tau inside the bracket, d outside the bracket will be considered d by d5 1 upon r del t by del 5 over. Now we are taking here 1 r is inside will be considered, so it will be k dr r d 5. We are just consider r here, dz d tau. Okay, now remaining 1 upon r is constant term, so we are just taking outside, and here 1 r is present, so this will be considered 1 upon r and 1 upon r and 1 upon r, so it will be 1 upon r square, and that will be del square t by del 5 square. Okay, that is the equation for the heat flowing in tangential direction. First we derive radial direction, then after we are just going to derive the tangential direction. Now similarly we are going to discuss about now heat flow in axial direction will be considered. So similarly heat flow in axial direction, so we are just consider axial direction, energy in will be qz and energy out will be considered qz plus dz. Okay, so first of all we are just consider energy flowing into the element. So first heat, or we can say that energy flowing into the element in axial direction. Okay, same time interval is del d tau. Okay, according to Fourier law of conduction, now it will be energy in qz is there, qz will be considered, that will be qz is there, so qz is equal to Fourier law of conduction minus ka del t by del z. In radial and axial direction, the height will be dz is there, so we should consider this del z. Now what will be the area in axial direction? So if you consider axial direction, so heat will be flow from the bottom of the element to the top of the element. So if you consider bottom of the element, so which phase will be considered? A, B, E, F. Okay, so what will be your length, or which we should consider here? So you should consider here, so that direction will be considered, so it will be your r into d5 is there. If you consider that direction, so it's your dr is there, so what will be your area? Dr into r d5. Okay, so now we put area here, so is equal to, we can write k minus k dr r d5 del t by del z over. Now energy into the element in axial direction is overflowing into the element. Now energy out of the element will be considered, so energy out of the element is qz plus dz, so it will be considered, so we are just considered heat flowing out of the element in axial direction, time interval is d tau. Let's just consider here our time interval is d tau, so into d tau will be considered over. So now we just consider what will be your energy out, so it will be q z plus d z over. So is equal to, similar way according to Taylor expansion it will be expanding, so according to Taylor expansion we just write qz plus del qz divided by del z into dz plus higher term, but we are neglecting the higher term, we are just consider this term will be considered. Similar way energy balance in axial direction will be considered, so we are just considered heat flow in axial direction, time interval is d tau. So similar way we just energy balance will be considered in axial direction, so axial direction in is qz and out is qz plus dz, so we should write d qz dash is equal to energy in qz minus energy out qz plus dz. Now what is qz plus dz? According to Taylor expansion, we are just expanding, so we should write here. So qz minus inside the bracket qz plus del qz divided by del z into dz. We are neglecting higher term, that bracket is separate out. So if you have separate out, so that qz will be cancel out. So minus del by qz del z into dz over. Now what is qz? So qz, it means energy in. So what is your energy in? So energy in equation is, we are just consider energy in equation for the qz is qz minus k dr r d5 del t by del z d tau. So we should put here, so is equal to minus q by q del by del z. What is qz? So minus k dr r d5 del t by del z d tau. That is your qz. Bracket over, outside will be dz. Okay, so is equal to that minus minus plus, then after constant term take outside. Okay, so we are just taking constant term, k is constant term, dr is constant term, r d5 is constant term, d tau is constant term. We are just taking the outside, so it will be consider okay, k dr r d5, then after d tau, this constant term will be take outside, so remaining will be d by delta del by del z. Inside the bracket will be del t by del z, and outside is dz. Okay, similarly we need the volume here, so we just take dz here, so it becomes a k dr r d5 dz. We just take dz here. Okay, into d tau we just take outside, and this will be del square t by del z square into dz. Sorry, d tau, time interval over. That is your equation for the heat flow in axial direction. Okay, over axial direction, tangential direction and radial direction. Now we require the net heat store in the element due to the conduction. So summation of radial direction plus tangential direction plus axial direction will be considered. So we are just consider net heat stored in the element due to conduction. Okay, the summation of all three will be considered radial, tangential and axial. So what will be our radial direction equation? So our radial direction equation is what? This is also our radial direction equation. So we should write radial direction equation first. So it will be k dr r d5 dz, inside the bracket del square t by del r square plus 1 upon r del t by del r into d tau over plus, this is your radial direction equation, plus tangential direction equation will be considered. So what is your tangential direction equation? So tangential direction equation is q dr k dr r d5 dz. We are just taking d tau outside, so inside will be 1 upon r square del square t by del phi square into d tau over. Now plus summation of axial direction equation. So that is your axial direction equation. So it will be k dr r d5 dz del square t by del z square into d tau. Now you can see here, can radial direction equation, tangential direction equation and axial direction equation. First of all, that volume is common. d tau is common. So we are just taking that volume and d tau take common, and then remaining will be inside the bracket will be considered. So what will be our equation? So we are just taking the first is equal to, take the volume common first. So what will be our volume? K dr d phi dz, okay, into d tau. We are just taking common. So and remaining will be what? So remaining del square t by del r square plus 1 upon r del t by del r. That is your first. Okay, plus 1 upon r square del square t by del phi square. Okay, plus this term del square t by del z square. This is our equation for the part A. So part A equation is derived net heat generated within the element due to conduction. Over now B part, now we are going to derive what will be our B part. So our B part is what? Heat generated within the element. Okay, so first of all we are just consider heat generated within the element. Same time interval we are just consider d tau. Same time interval will be considered. So we just consider qz dash is equal to, we should write qg into del tau. What is qg dash? So it is heat generated within the element per unit time, which is denoted by, we are just consider qg into d tau. Okay, into volume will be considered कि how much amount of heat is generated in control volume, कि how much amount of heat is generated within this volume. So volume of that element is considered, as well as per time will be considered, as well as qg will be considered. So we should write is equal to qg as it is. What will be the volume of the element? So our volume of the element is dr r d phi dz. So we should write here कि dr r d phi dz into d tau. That is our equation number B. So B part is over. First we are finding out A part, then after B part. Now last one is a C part. So what will be our C part? So C part is what? Energy stored in the element by thermal energy. So we are just consider okay, energy stored in the element by thermal energy will be considered. So how it should be considered? So it will be considered by the Q is equal to mc delta T. Q is equal to mc delta T. M means that mass of the element, C means specific heat of the element, and delta T means what? Consider it will be temperature difference in the element, but per unit time will be considered. So we should write del T by del tau into d tau. It will be considered per unit time energy stored in the element. Okay, what is m? So m we should also write कि density is equal to mass upon volume. So we can also write कि mass is equal to density into volume. So we should put here कि mass is equal to density into volume. So Q is equal to density volume specific heat del T by del tau into d tau. Now what will be our volume of the element? The volume of that cylindrical element is what? The volume is dr, r, d phi and dz. So we should write here okay, Q is equal to density as it is. What is your volume? dr, r, d phi dz c del T by del tau into d tau. That is our equation number C. Okay, so already I told you okay, equation A plus B is equal to C. Okay, so what is equation A? Net heat stored in the element due to conduction, heat generated within the element, and heat stored in the element by the thermal energy. Already we derived A equation, B and C. So we just summation of A plus B is equal to C. So we should write this is our equation A B and C. So we should write A plus B is equal to C. Equation A is equal to equation plus B is equal to equation C. Now we should write first equation A, then we write equation B, and then we write equation C. So equation A is what? That will be, we should write here, so my is equal to equation A, K dr r d5 dz del tau. So inside the bracket will be del square t by del r square plus 1 upon r del t by del r plus 1 upon r square del square t by del phi square plus del square t by del z square. That is our equation A. Plus equation B, heat generated within the elements, that is our equation B, Qg dr r d phi dz into d tau. And what will be our equation C? That is our equation C. So is equal to equation C will be considered. So that is your rho dr r d phi dz C del t by del tau into d tau. Now you can see here in equation A, equation B and equation C that K here dr r d phi dz, this volume and del tau is common, dr r d phi dz del tau. Similarly dr r d phi dz del tau is common, so we just take common and cancel out. So this term, this will be this and this will be cancel out. So what will be our remaining equation will be? So what is our remaining equation? So remaining equation is K is there here. So first of all write down K as it is. That volume will be cancel out, delta will be cancel out. So remaining will be inside the bracket del square t by del r square plus 1 upon r del t by del r plus 1 upon r square del square t by del phi square plus del square t by del z square over plus only Qg is there. Qg is equal to remaining here rho C del t by del tau over. Now I am taking this K this side. Okay, so here K is not present, so that Qg is divided by the K. So we should write del square t by del r square plus 1 upon r del t by del r plus 1 upon r square del square t by del phi square plus del square t by del z square plus Qg by K, because we are taking K common, is equal to Qg by rho C by K del t by del tau over. Now I am just consider rho C by K. Okay, is equal to 1 upon alpha. What is alpha? So we can say that alpha is equal to K by rho C. Alpha is equal to K by rho C. That alpha is called thermal diffusivity. Alpha is thermal diffusivity, which is denoted by alpha. Okay, is equal to thermal diffusivity. It is a ratio of thermal conductivity to thermal capacity, which is denoted by alpha is equal to K by rho C. So we should put here K rho C by K is equal to 1 upon alpha. So what will be our equation? K del square T by del R square plus 1 upon R del T by del R plus 1 upon R square del square T by del phi square plus del square T by del Z square plus Qg by K is equal to 1 upon alpha del T by del tau. Instead of this rho C by K, I just write 1 upon alpha. Okay, that is your equation for the general heat conduction equation for the cylindrical coordinate. General heat conduction equation for cylindrical coordinates. Okay, for the homogeneous material, unsteady state, self heat generating three dimensional heat flow equation. Over general heat conduction equation, this is your general heat conduction equation for the cylindrical coordinate for the homogeneous material. Why we should write homogeneous? So homogeneous means what? Okay, if you are consider, that is our figure is there. Here we just consider three direction, radial direction, tangential direction and axial direction. So each direction our thermal conductivity is same. We have just considered K is equal to Kr is equal to K phi is equal to Kz. It means we have just considered our thermal conductivity is same each and every direction. That is called homogeneous. If you have considered different thermal conductivity, so that material is non-homogeneous. We have considered same, so it means our material is homogeneous material. Why we should write unsteady state? Unsteady state means what? Okay, del T by delta we have just considered here. It means temperature is changed with respect to time. That is called unsteady state condition. And why we should write self heat generation? So we have just considered Qg. It means heat is generated within the element. If we are neglecting, so we have just considered no self heat generation will be considered. Over up to that. Now suppose that equation is reduced. Okay, first of all we have just considered, first condition we have just considered, if you have considered the steady state condition, we have just considered the steady state condition, we have just derived for the unsteady state. If you have considered the steady state condition, if you have considered steady state conduction, so how it will be considered? Okay, the steady state conduction, it means what? Del T by delta is equal to 0. It means temperature does not change with respect to time. If you consider steady state condition, so that del T by delta becomes a 0. So that term will be 0. So you should consider remaining will be considered. So what will be a remaining term? So it will be considered del square T plus del r square plus 1 upon r del T by del r plus 1 upon r square del square T by del phi square plus del square T by del z square plus Qg by K is equal to 0. That will be 0 because we are considered steady state condition. I will just introduce another condition. If I will consider no self heat generation. No self heat generation, it means what? That Qg is equal to 0. So that term will be 0. That term will be 0. It means remaining equation will be what? Okay, del square T by del r square plus 1 upon r del T by del r plus 1 upon r square del square T by del phi square E plus del square T by del z square is equal to 0. So that term becomes a 0. Okay. Suppose that equation is reduced in one dimensional. We are deriving for the three dimensional because we are considered radial direction, tangential direction and axial direction. But suppose that equation is derived in only one dimensional, so only you have just consider radial direction. Now if you are consider radial direction, so that equation for the tangential direction and that equation for the axial direction, that will be cancelled out. You just consider that equation. It means what will be your one dimensional equation? So that will be del square T by del r square plus 1 upon r del T by del r is equal to 0. Okay, so how to reduce this equation first? First of all, I am just consider steady state condition. Then after I will consider no self heat generation, and then after I will just consider the one dimensional heat flow. Over. So that is your another equation. Okay, so you can also reduce two dimensional, one dimensional. It's depend on the self heat generation or no self heat generation, as well as steady state condition consider or not consider. Okay, so I hope you can easy to understand what is general heat conduction equation for the cylindrical coordinate. Okay, thank you.